When's the last time you did anything actually hard? I mean, like genuinely hard. Not going to the gym, not like doing something that's outside your comfort zone. Most of the time, going to the gym for most of y'all, especially if you watch my channel, is that you go to the gym. You that's like brushing your teeth. It's a no-brainer. But actually doing something that makes you step out your comfort zone, that makes you do something that's not normal to you. For a lot of you, it might be just as simply as quitting your job and starting that business, or maybe it's doing something like approaching a girl because you suck with women and you need to get over that anxiety of just approaching them. Like whatever it is, the more and more that you step into these uncomfortable situations and doing things that are hard to you, maybe it's not hard to someone else, but it's hard for you, the easier your life gets. Because once you start doing these hard things, you start to identify as someone who does hard things and accomplishes hard things. If you really think about it, anytime you've ever been proud of yourself, it's when you've done hard shit, right? It's when you actually did things that were quote unquote out of your comfort zone, when you did things that were not normal to you, right? Like actually take a step back and really analyze when's the last time you've been genuinely proud of the shit that you've done. And maybe you haven't felt that way in a while, and maybe you've never felt that way, but whatever it is that feels hard to you is the thing you need to go towards. Because I remember I was talking to one of my friends and he was telling me how crazy his girl is, right? Like super psycho. And he was telling me how much he didn't want to be involved in that and how much he didn't want to actually be like with the person, right? Like it's not something he wanted to deal with, and rightfully so. You shouldn't have to deal with that. But some people get stuck in the comfort of just normality, of where things are just cushiony, right? Like, bro, once you get pussy and once you have someone to kick it with, like if things aren't horrible and you're not prepared to actually leave, because it's not too bad to the point where you actually have to leave, but it's not good enough where you actually really want to stay and you cherish the person, you're just comfortable. You're not doing something actually hard, something that's gonna force you to grow. And I seen this shit with myself. Like, I was fucking fat, bro. I was fat. I was like 230, 240. I'm 6'1.5", 6'1", in the right shoes. And I remember looking in the mirror and being like, damn, this is not who I am. I've always been an athlete. I consider myself an athlete. And just looking myself in the mirror and realizing that if I really want to change, if I want to get to where I want to be, I need to do hard work. Genuinely hard work. I need to get in the gym. I need to eat right. I need to make sure I'm sleeping well. And even now I still fight through that fucking phase where I have to realize that if I want to get to the next level, I have to do hard work. I have to do shit that pushes me outside my comfort zone. Because as corny and cliche as it sounds, dog, the hardest shit, the shit that really builds you, is the hard work. It's the things that we run away from. It's going back to that comfortable feeling that we always get when things get hard. You know, when things get hard, instead of going to run or going for that workout, you stay inside, you watch Netflix, you do all that bullshit. I don't watch Netflix. I don't even have a TV, but you know what I mean. Like it's actually taking a step back and acknowledging your faults, acknowledging your insecurities, acknowledging what you want to get better at, and doing those things to actually get better at. And I know I'm rambling, I know I'm yapping, but this is just something I needed to hear, because if I didn't hate the position I was in, being overweight, I wouldn't have changed, bro. And a lot of people are comfortably fat, they're comfortably broke, they're comfortably numb. They take what life has given them and they accept it as reality, and they accept it as something that's never going to change, and that's just how life is, that's just how life goes. When in actuality, dog, you're the fucking actor and the director, you're the artist and the art, you're the protagonist in your own fucking movie. And a lot of y'all are living like memes, bro. Like, instead of realizing your life's a movie, you live your life like it's a fucking meme, bro. And I don't want you to live like a fucking meme. I don't want to live like a fucking meme. So how do we be the protagonist in our own movie? By doing the hard fucking work, dog. And whatever that is for you, maybe for you it's quitting your job and taking that leap of faith and doing something on your own. Maybe it's approaching a shorty because you suck with women. Or maybe it's like getting up off the couch and going for a fucking run. Whatever it is, that the hard work that that's eluding you, that you're not going towards, is what's gonna make your life fucking easy. Because once you start doing hard work and you start doing things that are hard, you become someone who identifies as a hard worker, doing things despite of the challenges and still getting it fucking done. That's what we do, dog. Like, if you watch the channel, if you're watching this channel, that's who we identify as, bro. We're not people who just fucking, we're not mediocre. We don't do mediocre shit, bro. If we want to live like fucking, if we want to live in our own fantasy land, if we want to create our own reality, which I hope you do if you watch this channel. I hope you don't just watch this channel and just get dopamine from me talking and yip yapping, because that's not going to change your situation. And I say that as someone who used to just watch content and not do shit about it. Like, you have to actually, whatever you're watching, if you're not actually applying it, you're fucking bot. You're just another person just drifting through life. And that's not who you want to be. That's not who I want you to be. That's not who I want to be. So I appreciate you listening to me, boys. Remember, doing the hard shit is what makes life easy. Because if we actually do hard work and we actually do things that other people won't, we live like other people can't. And then that's when our life becomes easy, because then we have leverage. And leverage is what built this fucking hotel. Leverage is what built that fucking hotel. Leverage is what built that building. And what I mean by leverage is, I mean that the person who was ballsy enough to actually come up with the idea, come up with the concept, is the one who owns the building, right? Maybe it's owned by it's fractionally owned, so it might be a bunch of owners, but the people who own it didn't fucking build the building. No, they hired contractors, they hired laborers. Leverage. They leveraged their money to fucking have that building built. And now it's theirs because they had leverage. They had cash, they had liquidity. And that's when life gets easy, is when you do hard work to create leverage. And once you have leverage, that's when you start playing the game on easy mode. Because contrary to popular belief, bro, the richest people you know, or the richest people that you see on the internet, aren't the hardest workers. They're the best delegators. Like, once you understand that the work gets easy when you start working on the things that are actually bring enjoyment out of you. Because you think Jeff Bezos now, I mean, he doesn't even own Amazon now, but when they were already like a multi-billion-dollar company, you think he was doing the work? You think he was packing the orders? No, bro. He hired fucking employees to do the quote-unquote bitch work, to do the low leverage tasks, because he was doing higher leverage tasks. Like, maybe it was contacting other companies to have them license their shit on Amazon Prime, or create Amazon TV, or whatever it is. Like, it's because he did the hard work in the beginning of his career that made him live an easy life now, bro. He's living life on fucking fun mode right now, dog. He's in space. He's doing Blue Origin. He's doing what he wants to do. He's living his childhood dreams. And the only reason he's doing that is because he did the hard work right now. If you're under the age of fucking, if you have no kids, it doesn't matter your fucking age. If you have no kids and you can live below your means, and you're not afraid of hard work, which I know you're not, bro, because you're watching this video, you're this far in. We have to go towards that, because that's how you become the protagonist in your own movie, and not a fucking supporting cast. Look at this, bro. Look at this. The world is yours, the world is mine. All this is for the fucking taking. All this is for the taking, man. I'm on the apartment I'm on the roof of my apartment, and I don't even live in the nicest apartment here in my city. This is probably the nicest apartment. This is the same buildings, but there's more over there down the street. I live in the nicest part of my city, but I don't live in the nicest building. I would say I probably live in a subpar building compared to what I could be living in. And it really just comes down to doing the fucking hard work to deserve to live in one of those buildings, right? But I appreciate you watching, boys. Expect another video from me on Saturday, and talk to y'all later.